in this video we are going to use the quartile commands. These are the commands that separate a string of numbers into quarters based on their order from smallest to largest. So the first quartile is the bottom 25%. The second quartile cuts the data in half, the middle value, which is also the median, and the third quartile cuts off the top 25%. Now there are very many ways to do this, and even in Excel there are a couple of options. And it really doesn't matter what you use, because with a lot of data, all of them are going to be so much the same that it makes no difference. So this is the quartile commands specifically. So we'll pick a spot and do equals quartile. And we have a quartile.exe, a quartile.inc, and a quartile without any additions on it. Also a quotient, which we don't need. Will go away if we put an A in there. And these are particular ways to calculate the quartile that don't make a lot of difference, but are very specific in some applications. We're going to use the quartile.inc because it's the simplest one that's going. So we click on the command or type in quartile.inc with a paren, then mark the data as an array, comma, and this is going to be the first quartile. We can get a minimum, the first, second, third, and a maximum value, all with this command just by changing this particular number. We want the first quartile. We'll put in a 1. And the first quartile is 6. And it is strange. There we go. That's the first quartile. The second quartile, which is also the median, is equal, Q-U-A-R-T, quartile, inclusive, INC, mark the data, comma, and we want the median value, the 50th percentile, and that value is 8. For the third quartile, we cut off the top 25%, and this command is exactly the same, quartile.inc, and mark the data. We choose the third quartile, type in the 3, or click on it, and we have the third quartile. So these numbers separate the data into the bottom 25%, the 25% between the middle and the bottom 25%, and the 25% above the middle, but 25% from the maximum. And these are all values that are used to make box plots, all kinds of things. And if we had done the .exe, which means exclusive, we might have gotten a little bit different numbers, but it would be sufficiently the same. To test this, we can sort these numbers, mark them, and then go to Sort and Filter, and we want to sort smallest to largest. And it thinks I want to expand the selection because I have a column next to it. I don't want to do that. And here are the values. Now the first quartile is 6. We have 25 numbers. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are below, or 6 or below, or 6 or 7. The median is 8. That means there's 12 above and 12 below 8. And the next value is 10.2. That's the third quartile. So that cuts it into pieces. Now there is another way to do this. Well, there are many ways to do this, but all are the same in the long run if you have enough numbers. One way to do it that is consistent and is easy to do is to take the total value of the numbers. We have 25 numbers. I'm going to divide it by 1/4. Multiply by 0.25. And we get a fraction. If we have a fraction, we round up to the next largest whole number, which is 7. So we want the 7th observation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here, our first quartile is 7, which is the value 6. It's the same thing we get from the quartile command. The next part is the middle. We want 1/2 of the data. This is equal to 0.5 times 25. And we have 12.5. It's a fraction, so we round up to the next largest whole number, and that's 13. So we go to the 13th value, and it is 8, which also agrees with what the XL command produced. For the third quartile, we want the 3/4, or 75%. Which is 18.75, so we round up to the 19th position. And the 19th position is 10.2, which agrees with the quartile command from XL. This is entirely accidental sometimes. They will be very close, but not necessarily exact. It may move a number or so up or down. But this way is easy to do, and it's always consistent. You don't have to worry about anything being strange. But any one of these will do, and there are another 6 ways to calculate the same thing, depending on what you are reading and what the purpose is. So that these are the XL commands. They're very straightforward, and they are not a problem to do.